Welcome back to Let's Play the Punisher. Returning to the war zone to take out a chop shop. Let's find out why.
Chop shops are fronts for illegal activity of all kinds. I'm taking a particular interest in this one. The car that tried to run me over is registered to this shop.
Thanks, Frank. So for this mission, we can change our starting weapons, but we've only got the defaults, so we could no reason to.
Yeah, and the shotgun's pretty much good from the beginning of the game to the end.
So, 70 plus bodies, lots of broken windows, and a building now fit only to be condemned. A tragedy of epic proportions, most would say. A pleasant evening at the office for you, though, right?
Then you're walking home patting yourself on the back for a job well done when some asshole tries to run you over.
Some people just have no respect for human life.
You noted the license plate ASM 129, but never reported it to the police.
In case you missed that
They
reference.
don't bother hunting down murderers, let alone bad drivers.
But
I
someone
wonder
helped
why
you
the
trace
Punisher of
plate,
all
didn't
people
they?
wouldn't want to get in contact with the police.
So, you
Didn't
found
do
the
his
car
civic
was
duty that
registered
one
to an
time.
auto repair shop on 96th Street.
It was a chop shop that dealt in stolen cars.
A charge the owner's lawyers vehemently deny, by the way.
Though the owner himself no longer seems to be among the living.
Whoa, spoilers. I kind of get the feeling that Soap secretly likes everything the Punisher does. It's just plain tough.
100 cars a day are stolen in New York. Most are brought to chop shops and taken apart in 30 minutes. Parts are
So if you want a good mechanic, go to a chop shop. Gotcha.
It's a dirty business run by scum. Carjackers are the worst.
Aside from drug dealers, mafia, basically everyone else.
Nope, he's gone on record. Carjackers are officially the worst.
God knows he puts enough bullets in there to prove that one.
They're the worst at being alive after he's gone through.
Pay a visit.
Case in point.
Stop dropping cars on yourself.
And we're into it.
Chop shops go together like cops and donuts.
Carjackers eat cars?
Turns out.
If that hits you, by the way, it does a chunk of health.
Yeah, there are very few guns in this room, and most of the enemies start out unarmed, so they just run to the nearest item and grab it and throw it at you.
It kinda hurts, usually.
It's very silly, but very damaging, yeah. I'd rather take the guns. This guy had a skull on his head, so
Shop.
he gets special treatment.
Fuck off and die, asshole!
Yeah, not clever.
Damn it!
He's
No,
very rude.
No, stop! Carlo Duca! It's Carlo Duca!
Oh yeah, that thing we already knew.
Now that bottom 3 seconds of health.
Yeah.
What's he doing here?
Ah well. So I tend to get lost here.
Yeah.
Although right now I'm specifically looking for a melee weapon of my personal preference.
Ah, the Gordon Freeman special.
Yes, never get sick of that crowbar. So here's the door to progress. First I wanted to check out some of our handiwork upon entering the room. Good old Wicked Witch of the West.
Now, there's plenty of ruby in the area, but nothing on his shoes.
So another mechanic's garage.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Hey, Joe.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Nada.
That's the benefit of being sneaky.
Totally worth it.
Gotta love those melee kills.
Sorry, I thought this wasn't the Manhunt LP.
Everybody takes a little bit of cash with them.
Well, God knows the guy you interrogated at the end of the last video was dropping enough of it.
Oh yeah. So, we've already made the last guy surrender. There is a guy up in the rafters, though. He can be obnoxious. And I missed with my bottle.
Isn't that like the only one in the game?
No, there's a ton of bottles in this area.
I honestly do not remember the bottle at all. But then again, I was usually just,
What are you doing?
you know, hauling off rounds into people's chests like it was going out of business.
You don't know what
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason to use melee weapons, but they're cool and they're worth a lot of points usually. The thing about bottles is the enemies throw them at you and then they break.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't use any of them.
Yep. So, like he said, supplies in the back of the truck, and Frank picked out some flashbangs. Be making good use of those.
A plus B.
are you shipping out of here?
No, you wouldn't.
Insert chump A into slot B.
I just chopped the cars. They do something to the parts and back. Please let me go.
Not good enough.
See, this is why you wish you were playing the PC version, because you can edit the filter out and see all the kills in all their lovely glory.
True. Although I do, like, the graphics haven't held up very well, but my imagination is stronger than it's ever been.
Yeah, that's probably one way in which it backfired on them quite horribly.
So now the censored version is better, in my opinion.
Well, at least these guys might be the worst people in the world, but at least they keep their ammo piled away.
Yeah, I always thought that was weird.
Please don't kill me.
Why are you working in a chop shop?
I don't know what they do here. It's just a job.
They kill people, steal their cars, and sell the parts. How could you not know?
I really don't know. Talk to the truck driver.
Presumably
He
she
seems
wasn't
to know
involved
what's
with the
going
killing part.
Find another
Well, it's not
job.
before you got here.
I'm shutting this place down.
Well, she's out of a job entirely now.
Frank Castle, job destroyer.
He's creating job opportunities for other people. Mostly hearse drivers.
Considering how many gangsters he blows away in an average week. It's a growth industry. If only because there's only one way for it to go.
That freaking machine falls on you, asshole!
Give me my damn soda, damn it.
So more idiots that we have to go and interrupt. This one makes a perfect human shield.
You've hunted orange.
Now, when you're playing for score, you always want to have a human shield.
Yeah.
Always.
And in order to get some of the higher tier unlocks, you pretty much need to play each level perfectly.
Very true.
Which don't try for any of the higher tier unlocks. That's all I'll say.
Just play for fun. Because
It's
this game is very fun when you do that.
oh yeah, when you're just running through shooting guys in the face left and right, it is a blast.
Now, this guy threw a TV at us. He's gonna pay.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Oh yeah.
Big shop. Plenty of targets. Plenty of bullets.
That's a statement that means nothing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone can see where this is headed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, our accuracy is currently terrible. And we're using a video game shotgun.
There we go.
Problem solved. Burst his head right off. And to clear out the rest of the room, slaughter mode.
I like how that guy was able to hit you with a shotgun from the opposite side of the room.
Yeah, their shotguns are a lot better than ours.
One pellet winged you. That kill never gets old.
Yeah. There's actually 2 or 3 different variations of it.
Yeah.
We're going to be seeing them all.
Some of the executions that you can perform normally, not in, berserk mode, are a lot of fun. Oh,
And there's the bottle special kill.
never seen that, but...
Yep. We fed it to him.
And our first automatic weapon of the game.
Yep. It's awful. Especially with our accuracy stat currently very low.
Yeah.
but we need to take it out of this level in order to keep it.
Yeah, and it's a video game Uzi as well, so you know it's basically a faster firing shotgun when you get down to it, for all the good it does.
Yep. It's actually awful in the hands of the enemies as well. It does garbage damage, and it's basically like a flurry of mosquito bites, which is annoying because getting hit ruins your combo.
Yep.
So we're maxed out on flashbangs, but there's more there, so I'm gonna chuck one for demonstration purposes. It's got a big old radius, and it incapacitates everyone within it for quite a few seconds.
Yeah, you're best off tossing them in a room before you go in. There's one or two stages later on where they come in really handy, but for the most part, better off tossing a frag, to be honest.
Yeah, they're not the best grenade by any stretch of the imagination, but they are pretty cool. I'm making good use of them.
Yeah, nice to have is really the best you can say about them.
They're a lot better than nothing, and if you get a lot of guys in there, then you can quick kill all of them, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, that makes your combo meter skyrocket.
Yep. Gonna try that now.
Oh dear.
Horrible misfire.
It's all gone wrong.
Yeah, the trajectories are actually really well done, the physics on the grenades, which makes the animation of Frank throwing them very awkward, and they almost always bounce off of stuff and don't do what you want them to.
Yeah, it takes a while to get used to the grenades because they do kind of follow a parabolic arc, but the game doesn't really show you in advance.
Yeah, not at all. There he goes. I don't know what's down
Good
that
aim.
hole.
I approve.
Yep. That counts as a special kill. You don't get the full 1,000. It's like a secret environmental kill.
Yeah, there's a couple like that. But again, they're not really labeled. You just have to kind of start getting creative with the environment.
Yeah. You have to have sadistic creativity,
Yeah.
which I have in spades.
Yeah. Dual wielding the Uzis, by the way, is pretty much the only way to use them effectively.
Very true.
That just basically turns into, you know, putting enough lead in the air that nothing can escape it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a wall of bullets.
Yeah. Or close range like the shotgun. Yep, that's my favorite kill.
Yes.
Hold this! Stab!
And it technically cleared the room, but the next room had more guys to come visit. That guy always does that.
Take two.
Yes, here's our special guy, and our special tool to get rid of him.
Get your hands off of me, shithead!
Wrong answer.
I don't know!
Close one there.
Stop! Carlo Duca, let me go and I'll take you to him.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, the last guy that we released like this, he, you know, disabled a room full of guys for us.
Yeah, and you let them live, you pansy.
Oh, maybe this guy will let us do some good. He turned that guy off, but there's another guy off in the distance who's still shot at us.
Should be a couple guys working here.
And then he just takes us to the chroming room. This guy's fucking worthless. And he's gonna pay for it.
Just like Dead Space 2.
Beautiful. I mentioned last time that the guy who went and stopped the guys from attacking us was a trick. And that's why. People who tell you to release them are almost always not going to help you out in any way.
Yeah. That, or it just winds up being more trouble than it's worth. The most you can really do is toss them through the door.
Yep. So we're going to be seeing the effect of releasing each of the guys, but then we're going to go back and execute them.
Because it's just more... I don't want to use the word satisfying, but...
It's technically the right thing to do, according to the game. Although the game was censored to give you a penalty for doing that, but it's a very meager penalty.
Yeah.
We ship 500 G's of coke out of here every week.
So 500 G's of coke. I don't really care about that, so I'm going to kill him. But it's weird. This is what usually happens during this interrogation.
Oh, man.
I don't know why it didn't happen this time.
What do you want to know? I know lots of stuff. I have a family.
Everyone does.
Yeah, the flashbacks happen at random.
Seemingly, although that guy has given me that same flashback 9 times out of 10.
Weird.
I believe some are potentially scripted, but as I just showed, not 100% of the time.
Yeah.
It's a very weird system that I need to investigate a lot more.
Yeah, they should be random. Presumably, as you say, some are basically scripted or more likely to occur.
Yeah. What I assume is when you walk into the level, you are determined which flashback you're going to get there.
Useful to tell me.
And at some point it's going to crop up.
That would make sense.
Yeah. And this time it decided that we were going to get a different one. Which is why that guy didn't give us his scripted one.
Armory, upstairs, past the garage. Access code is 187.
187, don't mind if I do.
No, please, no.
Aw. If he'd survived that, he would have become a supervillain.
Nice Silver Surfer cosplay. 10 out of 10 for execution. Ba-dum-bumts. Thank you. I'll just get my coat.
Well, we're going to celebrate with a full slaughter mode.
Good save there. I honestly thought you were going to lose the combo,
Yep.
which you did anyway.
Technically, slaughter mode does break your combo. Like just going into it. But you get 1,000,000 points for doing it, so it's worth it.
Yeah. That never gets old. Here, hold this.
Like there's the one where he says, hold this, and then stabs him in the face, and then there's the one where he shoots him in the face.
Basically, Frank Castle is a man with a pathological hatred of intact faces.
Yeah, the guy who said he has a family, he actually begs, just don't shoot me in the face when you grab him.
Closed casket funeral for you, matey.
Yep. And another thing that we haven't really done yet was you can blow body parts off of people.
Yeah, not to the extent of, say, Soldier of Fortune.
Nay.
But, you know, if you get someone close range with a shotgun blast, you can normally tear off an arm or a leg.
Yeah, it'll happen more and more often as our accuracy improves. Our literal accuracy stat that is in the upgrades menu.
I think you can do it with sniper rifles and deagles as well.
Talk to
Spoiler,
me, punk.
those show up.
Hey, what are you
Not surprising.
doing?
And the Uzi is useless until you get a pretty high accuracy stat.
Yeah. Really, until you actually get your accuracy up, the shotgun should be your weapon of choice for the most part.
Pretty much. Which makes parts like this annoying, where there's guys in the upper levels, and you have to hit them from a decent distance away, because it's very hard to do so.
Yeah, it's... The game starts introducing wide open levels to you far earlier than it feasibly should.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks nice. I mean, this game looked great for its day.
Oh yeah.
But when you're actually playing it, and there's not a new game plus mode, but you can go back and replay any stage that you want.
Say something
To get higher
save
scores,
her
basically.
Yeah, and it's not until you actually get some good upgrades that you're like, oh wait, this is actually a hell of a fun level to play.
I'm only a soldier.
So was I.
That's no excuse.
No excuse. Frank actually has a different line depending on whether you kill the guy after an interrogation, which triggers a flashback, or if you let him go. So there's a hell of a lot of recorded dialogue for this game.
Yeah. I mean, each... you can go through a list of all the flashbacks, and each line has about 5 or 6 different versions recorded, depending on who's saying it at the time.
Yeah. In fact, if you don't kill the guy who said he has a family, Frank says, go back to them.
So there's, there's a surprising amount of love that's been put in this game.
Oh, yeah. Volition really cared when they were putting this thing together. And it's only since the last video that I realized Volition are the Saints Row guys.
Yep.
Which explains why this game is so good.
Yeah.
It also is a very good touchstone for how this game plays. It plays very, very similarly to the shooting in Saints Row.
Yeah, Saints Row 2, I thought. Third one, not so much, but definitely the first couple. Yeah,
Saints Row 2 is by far my favorite. Love that game.
Hi. Bye. I just like the way the guy goes, what?
Yep.
Yeah, who do you think it's
Talk
going to
me,
be?
punk.
You better let me go before my cousin gets here.
So the interrogations.
Yes, we haven't really spoken about them much.
Yes.
Generally, the idea is you press left on the thumbstick to get the little red bar
You better get out of here.
and try and keep it in the yellow segment, which gets more difficult. The bar shrinks as you go through the game, making it harder.
Yeah. And actually specific enemies, like the guy who had the soldier flashback, he had a very, very tiny yellow area.
Yeah.
So he was hard to interrogate.
It gets a lot more difficult later on, to say the least. Gun tension is the easiest to do,
I also like choke.
because if you see the little red bar at the top, that's their health. And it's incredibly easy to accidentally kill them
Yep.
by slamming their head into the concrete or torturing them or choking them to death. Whereas the gun, you're basically just threatening to kill them.
Yep.
So you can get away with that until you go too far and blow a hole through their head. So you're basically playing a semi-game of hot and cold, really.
And also you don't have to actually injure them to get them to talk. Sometimes just the threat of doing so will break them.
But...
Add a noun and a verb, and you've got a sentence.
You're supposed to be dead.
I've heard that before. Be my guest. The Nucci's, Carlo. Why are they here? What's the connection?
Please! I just take orders from Bobby Nucci. Don't hurt me.
Let's talk outside. It's getting kinda close in here.
So here's our target.
Please!
I just hear lines like that, and I'm just thinking, yeah, Tom Jane had a hell of a lot of fun doing this.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about you and the Nucci's, Duca.
I was just dropping Bobby's name. I don't know nothing about him. Bobby's my boss, alright? He collects the money and gives me my take.
That's not very interesting. But this is.
Huh.
Oh dear.
Pop goes the weasel.
Yeah. Special interrogations like that, you'll notice the yellow segment of the bar was absolutely huge. So unless you're purposefully trying to fail them, you really can.
Yeah, they want you to get that one. And it sort of represents that the character is cowardly or in some way proud of what they've done.
I mean, you can fail, as you saw, but you really do have to be trying, and the game still goes on regardless.
Yep.
It's murdering time.
Oh yeah. We were actually in shadows, so he couldn't see us. I love games where you can terrify your opponents.
Yeah.
Like, not just kill them, horrify them by your actions.
Surprisingly, the Tomb Raider reboot was really good for that.
And one of the big ones for me is The Mark of Cree on PlayStation 2.
Oh god, I haven't heard of that game in years. That was one
I
of the
love that game.
That was one of the first ones I got from a PS2. I actually got it with it.
Nice.
That, R-Type Final, and a couple of others, which don't count.
Yeah. So I accidentally flashbanged myself there. It reverses your controls for a couple of seconds.
Gives you nasty after images on screen as well.
Yep. How close you are to the impact is depends on how long it is.
Just go away!
but it's usually less time than the enemies be stunned for, so...
Yeah. By quite a wide margin, actually.
Yeah. I mean, they're usually out for at least 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, we're actually going to see that very shortly. Nothing around here, though. Which is interesting to me, because a bunch of guys are about to show up.
Would have been a good opportunity for you to flank them.
Yeah. We're actually going to take that opportunity now, though. Really nice throw of the flashbangs that I was not expecting to hit its mark.
Very impressive.
Yes, but that guy was stunned for quite a while. Long enough for us to run up the stairs and go get him.
Yeah, that was a good 4 or 5 seconds at least. And he wasn't showing any signs of snapping out of it, so...
Yeah, he still had quite a while on it. And then when we come back downstairs, it's flooded with guys. Enough that the second we take a human shield, it's already dead.
Yeah. Well, they're running around with shotguns as well, so...
Yep. But they were nice and crowded, so we could kill them quickly. And you'll notice that even all the times we've been shot, tons of health. Health is really not an issue in this game.
I mean, you do get health refills whenever you successfully interrogate someone to begin with. And the game is, you know, basically saying, this is a thing you can do. You should do it all the time, hen hen.
Yep. But bullets are very ineffective, and enemy accuracy is very low at this point in the game.
Yeah.
The latter is going to improve drastically, the former not so much. Oh, there goes some guys.
Whoopsie doodle.
Sorry.
To be fair, it's their fault in the first place for standing underneath a car attached to a magnet.
They work here, they should know better.
That is a prime example of what the fuck were you thinking?
Now, across the way is a mounted gun. It's going to fire on us constantly and do basically no damage whatsoever. But we're just going to get hit non-stop, and it's going to ruin our combo.
Yeah, this is not the last time you'll see them, and they will be a thorn in your side pretty much the entire game.
Yeah. It's very frustrating the way damage is not designed to kill you, just to break your combo and ruin your score.
It's one of those things, you kind of, after a while you start wishing it was on a timer. Like every other decent game.
Yeah. It's a weird way to handle it, and yeah. Don't particularly like the scoring system in this game, if I haven't made it clear.
Because if you want to get the best combo, then you start going, you basically turn it into a stoppy-starty kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you lure guys out, you take care of them one at a time.
Yep.
And that's just not how the rest of the game is meant to be played.
Yeah. And it's untrue to the character of the Punisher.
Yeah, it's like the mechanics are completely opposed to the spirit of the game itself. It's bizarre.
Very much so. And you can't go up and kill him, you have to fire on him from the ground. Which, with my shitty guns and poor accuracy, is not easy.
Yeah. Thankfully, the turret only has, a 70-degree angle that it can hit you with.
Yeah, and as soon as he gets off of it, he never goes back onto it.
Duca was just a little floater in the Nucci bowl.
Colourful metaphor.
Will put a dent in the Nucci's finances. Piss Ma off to no end. All in all, a good night.
Ma Nucci is a peach, as you'll soon find out.
She apparently is an impending target.
Yep. Quite a important character in the comics as well, which I'll probably get to at some point.
I certainly hope so. I'm interested in her backstory, since we don't get too much of it in the game.
Yeah. Kind of similar to what you see in the game. Elaborated a little bit, but not too much.
Oh, we got our new gun.
Compact and convenient. It fires the same ammo with my .45 caliber semi-automatic, which saves even more space.
He's really upselling it. It's not a very good gun.
Yeah, you'd think the way it's positioned, it would basically be an upgrade to the standard handguns, but
Yeah, not really.
maybe if you max out your accuracy,
Yeah, it's conditionally better. And, like I said, we desperately need that accuracy, so...
By the point that your accuracy's that high up, you'll have assault rifles left and right to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So its use goes down even further.
And it's saving over 1,000 points for future use. See what the media thought of our exploits. That damn mechanics lobby. Always getting good press. And to finish things off, the criminal chart. Couple of Nucci's.
See, every time I see Nucci, I think Gnocchi and start getting hungry.
Well, we were specifically told Bobby Nucci is the owner of that area. So maybe we'll be meeting him next time.